All right, let's see if we can get in here and fix this issue. Let me see. Is this working? I think that's working. Now, all right, so I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. All right, yours truly, Steve Laree in the house. I am with Louis Leggish this time. Yes. Now, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Louis Leggish. I'm representing for Louis Leggish today, right here, right now. Louis Leggish. What is Louis Leggish? That is my new channel. You're gonna see it on YouTube. You'll see it on TikTok. Now y'all know how they do. They don't let us go live right away. So I'm doing it on this channel. Then we're gonna switch everything over to that channel. But y'all know how we have to do it. I want y'all to go on over to Louis Leggish, LouieLuggage. All right, go on over to Louis Leggish, and we're going to talk about what else? The Louis Leggish, and we are talking prime time, Deion Sanders, Colorado Buffaloes talk tonight, right here. CT said, nice music. That is what you wait a minute, you don't like the other music? What's going on, CT? You hating? I was kidding. Um, this is for Louis Leggish. That's why we got that different music. I'm glad you like it. It's going to be for our Louis Leggish channel. Once again, we're on YouTube. Also, I own louisleggish.com, LOUIS Leggish.com, and LOUIE Leggish.com. And we're talking everything and doing everything concerning Colorado Buffaloes, Deion Sanders, Prime Time, Coach Prime, and everything else going on with this whole thing. Now, so we're gonna get into this tonight. Thank you, CT. I appreciate you. But you must know what my other music is. If you said this one is different, you speak English, Espanol. Habla Espanol, CT. Elmore, welcome. Sue Neal, welcome. Corey, hello. Just Drea, welcome, welcome, and welcome. Everybody, welcome. We're talking Colorado Buffs. The title for tonight's show is hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me see if my people can see me. In Halo. Yeah. Halo. All right, let's get into this. Talking to some Colorado Buffalo, Deion Sanders. Why I got to do it on this channel? Because I can't go live on my other channels just yet. But y'all go over there and like and share and subscribe because it's gonna get good. It's already good. It's already good. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Now I have my disclaimer. All my people on YouTube. Hello. Welcome. We are representing for Louis Leggish tonight. See that title? Y'all can't see it. Somebody tell me why TikTok took off the ability to put the screen in the background. They took that away. So we can't do that anymore. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, Louis Leggish, that's who we're representing for right here, right now. Want to talk some Colorado Buffalo, and I want to actually go into the game today or tomorrow on the 9th. All right, so now y'all know, for those of y'all who don't know, y'all, those of y'all like me live under a rock. Let me tell you what's going on. Basically, we've got Deion Sanders, aka Coach Prime. And that's what he prefers to be called, and I'm gonna call him that. But I'm just talking to those who are not familiar with Coach Prime and what's going on with the Colorado Buffaloes and what Coach Prime has been going through. So now, um, some people know Deion Sanders. He great football player. Started off in the NFL with Atlanta. Now, of course, he didn't start his career in the NFL. He went to I think Talladega College, and he did some time with Florida, a college in Florida, and then he came out and he went to uh, Atlanta Falcons. All right, I know I was there when it came. It was when Deion Sanders came in to the Atlanta Falcons. We just wanted him to touch the ball. Now, when I first saw him, I was like, "Who's it?" He had a Jerry curl, and so, but when he came in, I was like, "Who is this guy?" Deion Sanders was, he was from the hood. All right, he's from the hood, and I was just like, "Who is this guy?" But then when he started playing, oh no, we wanted him to touch the. See, I didn't know. I've never been a fan of college football. Everything I've watched has always been NFL, and I didn't like college because I didn't like the way that they were being taken advantage of. So I didn't like it. And so for me, I'm not saying college football wasn't great for me. I didn't like all of the political stuff going on in college football at that time, where the kids couldn't, sell things, and they were just being taken advantage of, where people are making millions of dollars off of them, and they can't make any money. I didn't find that right. I didn't want to see it. But that being said, so I didn't know what Coach Prime or Deion had done in college at that time because I wasn't watching. So he comes into NFL, and when he gets to Atlanta, we got to the point where we was like, look, yeah, he wants to play on the other side of the ball. Let him play. He wants to play on the defense, offense. As a matter of fact, he quarterbacked one time. I remember that. We just wanted him to have the ball in his hands. He was that exciting. So, at any rate, I remember when Coach Prime left. When he left Atlanta, for me, I was very happy for him. Why was I happy? Because there was not the atmosphere in Atlanta for winning. It just wasn't there. You're not in Atlanta for whatever reason, the coaching, the whatever was going on, the atmosphere for winning was not there. And I knew Deion was a winner. Deion was a winner. And so for me, I knew that he was about to go get his Super Bowl rings, and he did just that. He went on to, I think it was the 49ers. I can't remember if he went to the 49ers first or to Dallas, but he got rings at both places. So I was so happy for him that he did that. But he went on after his football career ended. He went on. He started commentating, and I didn't know he had actually done some television with his children. They had some sessions, like a television show. With his children, so that was something I didn't even know. It was like a reality show that he did with his children, and so that was a really interesting thing. So come to find out, he gets to uh, Jackson State. Now, I didn't know he was coaching at Jackson State until after that first season he had. So after that first season, then I found out he's coaching at Jackson State, and then I start seeing all of his path as far as where he came from and what he had to build with this college and how big it was. So what happened is, he was coaching before that, all during this time after his career, he was coaching his children in Little League, and then he went on to start coaching them in high school. Okay, he was at Trinity. Before he got to the high school, he had Prime Academy that he was working with someone on. Some things went on with that. But after he left the Christian Academy, then he said people started coming to him and they said, "Are you ready?" And so he put together a plan so that he can take his team into college because he wanted to do college now, but he wanted a Power 5 school. And it talks about how he went to Florida, and Florida didn't give him the opportunity. And so then he got an HBCU, which is Jackson State. So a lot of people know about Jackson State, and that's where he began with the college. Now, um, when he finally was able to have so much success when he was at Jackson State, this is when everybody started calling. And not everybody, I'm not going to say everybody, because a couple of schools did still pass on him, and Colorado was saying, hey, we really want you. But he was having all of this success at Jackson State, and then Colorado came into the game. Now, here's the deal. I had been following him. Again, I known him and was a big fan when he was in Atlanta, and when he left, like I said, I don't know if they're saying that there was hate. Of course, there's gonna be hate. For me, I was happy because this man was a winner back then. He's a winner back then. And then he went on and got his Super Bowl rings like I knew he could. But he wasn't going to get that with Atlanta. That was just not going to happen. So we're at this point now where, I've been watching Coach Prime since when he was at Jackson State, and watching how he would speak on things and constantly deliver, even in the face of everybody saying he can't do it. He's not going to be able to do this. It's never been done. We've never seen this before. It's not going to happen. And then he does it. So why am I doing this show? All right. I'm in law. Y'all know I have a law university, and that's what I do. That's what I focus on. And I couldn't bring this topic to that platform, even though I've been following him and watching how he really uses the universal laws that we talk about so much in the university, UNA University. For those of y'all who don't know, UNA University, we talk about these laws and how and he's been using them and manifesting and speaking for so long. And it's like he was doing it when he was probably, I'm sure he was doing it in college, he's probably doing it in high school, but definitely he gets to this this phase where he's in college, he's at JSU, and he's constantly saying, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and he's laying it out, and people are still talking trash, and it's like, are you not paying attention to this man? He keeps delivering on 98% and then some of everything that he's saying. All right. So why am I doing this? Because I have to listen. I don't gamble like everybody else. Because if I had to tell you to put some money down, I would have told you go to the gambling casino or call these numbers or whatever, get online with these and put your bets down. I don't know anything about betting like that, and I don't care to bet in that way. I don't is against what I put into my religion or what have you. So I don't do that. But I do gamble on myself. And this is that gamble. Louis Luggage. That's why I invested in louisluggage.com. Both of them. And that's why, I have these channels, because we're going to be doing paraphernalia. We're going to be doing memorabilia to commemorate this magical time of Deion's life, because he's been saying this thing. And I'm thinking to myself, all these people who are naysayers, and there's especially, whomever this is that talked so low about how bad the roster was at Colorado, when it's clear they have no clue. I'm like, if you people are not going to pick this money up, let me go pick it up some kind of way. I can't gamble it like that, but I can surely invest, and that's what this is. So we're just going to commemorate this magical time. Now, I couldn't do it back then, but I've been following, I've been watching, and I've used Deion's story in some of my classes and some of my sessions to help illustrate how important it is to be willing to speak what you desire, because the universe is saying to you, hey, the menu is wide open. What do you wish for? What do you wish for? Well, Coach Prime just opened his mouth. First of all, he puts it in his mind, and then he opens his mouth, and then he speaks it. Now, I'm not going into the universal laws. I want to talk about this game. The other thing about this is I love sports. I love football. And I had to let it go. For those of y'all who don't know, which not many people know, but I used to have a television show. It was called Take Two Sports, the sports show from a woman's perspective. Take Two Sports. Ah, yeah, that used to be our slogan that we used to do. So, but yeah, I had a sports television show, and we did ESPN two. We were on ESPN two, WB, UPN, and some other major networks in Atlanta, Chicago. We not Chicago, but Atlanta, Florida, South Carolina. What else? Tennessee. So we had about four different networks that we were syndicated in. So we moved it. Now, once I left that, it was like, okay, I got to back off. I got to get serious about things. But um, I'm following this because Coach Prime is on another level. It's not just sports. He's about serving his community, and he does it through sports. So I admire him and what he does. He is a role model to me, and I just want to have fun with this game. All right, we just having fun with this. I do want to talk about what went on, and so I'm also documenting what I know because I've watched him. I already knew. Now he gets to Colorado, and he has to gut the program, meaning he has to clear out that entire roster just about of players because they weren't the right players for him. And of course, he gets all kind of pushback, and everybody's talking trash. Everybody assumed that he would lose the first game. Okay, everybody kept saying he's going to lose to TCU. There's no way. So, by the way, Colorado last year that team went 1-11, one win, 11 losses, and everybody is just saying, oh well, they went 1 win, 11 losses last year, and it's like then Coach Prime comes in and clears out the roster. I don't think they have 10 people playing from last year. Coach Prime brought in his team. This is where Louis Luggage comes from. Coach Prime goes up to Colorado. He says to the team, hey, he says, I'm coming. We coming. That was his whole slogan. We coming. And I'm bringing my luggage, and it's Louis. Louis, as in Louis Vuitton. So he brought his Louis luggage. Well, what was his Louis luggage? His Louis luggage was his son, which was the quarterback, Travis Hunter, which is a cornerback, and a player, an uber athlete that goes both ways. He brought several of his other players from Jackson. I think maybe about 10 of them came, maybe more, from Jackson State or JSU with him. And he brought his coaching staff. Then he brought in another group of coaches. Uh, some of them include coaches that were head coaches at other colleges that decided they wanted to come on with Deion or Coach Prime. You got, I mean, just got the staff that he assembled is amazing on a defense and offensive level. Then he started bringing in other players from the what they call the portal, where students who want to transfer, they go into this thing called the portal, and then other colleges can pick them up. All right. So he pulled in all of these what he calls dogs. He pulls in all these players that are just talented player, and builds up this roster. Meanwhile, people are still hating on him. People are still doubting that he's going to do it. But every step of the way, Coach Prime is saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. He told them, I'm going to clear out this roster. And then he does it. And so they're still doubting him and saying, oh, you're not going to win. You're going to lose to TCU, which is a team, by the way, that was, they say, runner up in the national championship last year. Well, they got the brakes beat up off of them in that championship last year. And their team, they lost players on their team as well. Now they still have a talented team, but nobody was giving Coach Prime credit. Nobody was giving Shador Sanders, which is his son, credit, because they were saying, "Oh, you played at the HBCU level. That's not real football." Okay. So they go into this game one, which was huge, and I knew they would win because they kept saying, "Well, if they don't beat TCU," and I'm saying, "No, they're going to beat TCU when they beat TCU." All right, so we're going to get into this game. I just want to, we're going to recap TCU, and then I want to talk about which they won. For those who might not know, but I want to recap that just a little bit, and then I want to go into this game that's going to be on the 9th. All right. All right. September 9th, 2023. And that's why the title of this session is The Buffaloes Have Cornflakes for Breakfast on Saturday, September 9th, 2023. Cornflakes because they playing Nebraska Cornhuskers. They're playing the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Now, they were touted to be victorious or expected to be victorious over Nebraska. All right, even before this win with TCU, it was expected because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, if they get 3 games, they'll be lucky. If they get 3 games, they'll be lucky." Well, now everything has changed. Now that Shador has come out and shown who he is, now that Travis and uh, Dylan Edwards and all of these other guys have come out and shown how truly talented they are. Well, everything's changed now. Now it's like, oh, well, maybe they can go 6-6. Now, I want to talk about this real quick because people think that 6-6 is good. People just, again, they're saying, well, if he gets 3 wins, everybody has to build up slow. You just got to build up. And Coach Prime has been saying from the beginning, no, we're going to win now. We're going to win now. Whereas everybody else is going, well, you got to give it time. Sometimes things just take time. And Coach Prime's like, no, I'm going to win now. Never mind the fact that this coach that they just played against TCU, he came in last year and they went 10-2. He came in last year and they went 10-2. Nobody expected that, but that was his first season. All of these other coaches came in to these other schools first time, first year, and had very successful seasons. But some kind of way, Coach Prime can't do that. But everybody else can. All right. So they're downing him. All right. So now it's a situation whereby everybody's thinking, well, maybe they can go 6-6, but Coach Prime is saying, no, we can win it all. No, as a matter of fact, he didn't say we can win it all. We gonna win it all. He said, I want to say we gonna win it all. Now, I need y'all to understand, and I got to go into this because now this is getting on the spiritual law side. I need y'all to understand something. People kept asking him, and he gets frustrated and aggravated or he got aggravated when people ask him, how many games you win? How many games do you think he can win? Because again, they went last year, that team went 1-11. I need to say something real quick. I don't know why people keep talking about that team last year because this is not the same team. It doesn't have the same spirit. It's a whole different spirit, a whole different coach, a whole different coaching staff, a whole different set of players. Why they keep talking about last year? Oh, it's a new team. I don't know if they can gel together. They're not even paying attention to the fact that Coach Prime brought his Louis Leggett. He brought in Louis Leggett, meaning Shador Sanders, and then he got Travis Hunter, and he got played together. They played together, and so why would you think that they're not going to jail, especially on offense? And they've been playing together throughout the spring and the summer. Why would they not jail? And then they got a great coaching staff, and then they got a great quarterback. Why would you think? See, people not paying attention, and I don't listen. Like I said, it's already written. It's right there in front of you. If people are not going to pay attention, let me rephrase that. My thing is, go get that money. If you like to gamble, like I said, I don't like to judge anybody. If you like to gamble, I say, gamble on the winner. Because this man has been showing you he's a winner. everything is written and in front of you. All you need to do is pay attention. And when this man keeps talking, he keeps saying, I'm going to do this and this and this. And then people keep betting against him. Why you don't like your money? Give it to me then. Send it over here. Hold on for a second. Dylan Edwards and Xavier Weaver and Jimmy Horn, who had over 100 yards passing in this game, the first game, game one, they played together in Florida. So again, you've got an offense that has been working together, and then a lot of these people came from other teams and they knew each other. Why wouldn't they gel? Okay, so you got this. People keep thinking that 6-6 is he's done a great thing if he did 6-6. Let me help you understand something. For winners, that is not okay. That is not satisfactory. To you, who's like, mediocre, I mean, what can you expect? Coach Prime expects it all. So Coach Prime is putting out these verbal messages, these contracts, because every time he speaks, he's putting out these contracts, and people are saying, I don't think he meant that. You don't know who's talking. He absolutely means it. He absolutely means it. So he's saying, we're going to win it all. He said it like this. I don't like, and I had to record it, as a matter of fact. Let me see if I can find it. He says, I don't like when people are asking me, how many games can we win? I want to tell them we're going to win it all. But I don't want to put that pressure on you. Now, watch this, what I'm saying, because I need y'all to understand this, and then we're going to get into breaking this game down, this last game. Watch this, what I'm saying. There are laws governing this universe. And when you speak and open your mouth, you are writing a contract. I don't know how aware of that Coach Prime is, but he is definitely aware that when he puts something in his mind, that it starts here. He's got to be able to see it right up here. And as long as he can see it, then it is achievable. If you can't see it, you can't have it. Again, the universe is saying, here you go. Here you go. The menu is wide open. What do you wish for? If you can't see it and you don't know how to ask for it out of your mouth, you cannot have it. But the minute you open your mouth and say what you desire, well, the universe gets to working for you. And Coach Prime knows that. So he's not going to settle with saying 6-6 when he know the universe got the menu wide open saying, how many games you want? Well, he said, I want them all. I want them all. See, most people be like, well, just give me 3, 4, 6. I take 6 of them. No, he's like, no. I want them all. We're going to win it all. Now, when he opened his mouth and he said, I want to say, we're going to win it all. Right? I need you to understand how your psyche hears things. It doesn't hear the I want to part of that. I want to say, your spirits, the universe, your psyche, your nation within does not hear none of that I want to say. It only heard, we going to win it all. That's how clever what he said was. That is how clever. See, one of the things with speaking, and I'm going to get off of this because I get in on this. Because again, Deion Sanders, like I said, he is a role model for me in business and all kind of other things. But, and to see somebody who uses these laws, I don't know how cognizant of his use of the laws are, but he knows he got to see it. So when you speak and you say something, it is a contract. Now, certain parts of things your universe does not hear. Like most of us who know about words and how our psyche works, the universe, your psyche doesn't hear not. It doesn't hear wanna and gonna cut. It doesn't hear certain things. So, for an example, if you say, "I do not hate," your psyche doesn't hear "I do not." It only hears the hate. And that's what you're going to get. And that's going to be a part of your contract that you're writing for yourself. Your psyche does not live in the knot. It's only taking specific parts that you're speaking, and that's what is going to manifest for you. Note I said the word manifest. So if you're having these affirmations and they're negative affirmations, I'm going to advise you to cut them and go with something different, because your psyche does not understand not. So, for example, if you say, I want to be in peace, say it. Say, I want to be in peace, or I desire peace. I wish for peace. Say peace. Because as soon as you say, I don't want non-violence, well, your psyche just heard violence, and that's what you're going to get. All right, here's Coach Prime saying, I want to say we're going to win it all. The psyche just heard, we're going to win it all. Y'all don't understand the contract. Y'all don't understand the contract. I'm not telling you to gamble or to bet. I'm letting you know he's been putting contracts out since he started playing in the NFL, probably doing it in college. I don't remember because, again, I wasn't watching him in college, but in NFL, he was sure doing it. He said what he wanted, and then that was a contract he put out, and the universe had to deliver it to him. So he said it at JSU. We're gonna come in, we're gonna win, and we're gonna do this. Go. He's got 2 series on YouTube that are free. Then they got the one on Prime. The ones on YouTube are much better. Go look at those and then watch how he's saying what he wants to do and then delivering. Remember before, what has he been saying this whole summer? Y'all remember when he was had the doctors to come in and they talking about, oh, you could lose your legs, Coach Prime, because he said, I'm going to get these legs taken care of because I want to be able to stand up the whole game. I want to be able to run in before my players. I want to run into the stadium. I'm going to get this fixed. And so he's throughout this, from the summer to the fall, actually from the spring season rather, throughout that spring season and the summer, he's going through all these different surgeries to remove the blood clots or whatever. And he's removing these blood clots. He said, I'm going to run out before my team. What happened? Did anybody see him run out before his team? He's been manifesting. And some of y'all might think, oh, that's just small. That's just, he just said he's delivered. Every time he's been opening his mouth, he's been delivering. He's been writing contracts and been showing you the whole time. At what point do y'all start putting money on it? Because he's putting the money out there for you in the contracts. He said, I'm going to do this. When you going to start respecting what he say? And if you want to win some money, bet on this man because he's a winner. He's been showing you. All right. He's been manifesting. So he says, I want to say, we're going to win it all. The only thing the universe and the spirits and his spirits heard is, we going to win it all. That is a contract. And if you don't understand contracts, you will. Just wait and see, because he's been saying it. I mean, and thank you, Nate. Nate says, by faith. I'm going to tell you something about faith and belief and all that. He says belief to his team. But what he has is beyond faith. It's beyond belief. The woman asked him, and I was trying to find that interview. And I'm going to show a couple of clips. That's why I had to run my disclaimer on this YouTube, because I'm going to show some clips in a second. But what Coach Prime said, this woman asked him, do you think that your team could win against TCU? He said, I don't. No, she said, do you believe that your team can win against TCU? He said, no, I don't believe it. I know it. I know it. This is the age of Aquarius. For those of you all who don't know, and I'm just doing a little bit of astrology, I'm not going deep into that at all. But the age of Aquarius is knowing. Knowing. We're beyond belief. So when he speaks on something, he knows. And I say to you, when y'all talking about, oh, when he said something he said, and somebody was saying, I don't think he really believed that they can win it all. You don't even understand the mind of a winner. I've seen so many people try to second guess these contracts that Coach Prime has been putting out. Now, when I say contracts, I need y'all to understand every time you speak, that is a contract. Every time you speak, that is a contract. What is all this? My word is bond. This man ain't just talking. He's been saying the whole time. And any of us, it doesn't matter, all of us. You're not just talking. Anytime you open your mouth, you're giving a contract. And that's what he's done. He says, uh, we're gonna win it all. I wanna say we're gonna win it all. And the only thing that the universe has heard is we're gonna win it all. And so 6 and 6 is not a satisfying meal to a mind like Coach Prime's. So again, at what point do you start recognizing and respecting the contracts that he's been putting out? All right, I just want to say that, and I'm done. I hope y'all get it, got it good. If you're gonna bet on a winner, bet on somebody who's been delivering 98% of the time. Bet on the winner. That's what I'm doing. That's what this is about. That's what this channel is about. That's what the websites are about. And we're commemorating these times. We're commemorating these times. All right. Now, I want to get into this now. Game one, very, 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 very exciting. Now, I did my take on it because I had wanted to broadcast before that, and then everything went haywire and what have you. All right. So I broadcasted after, and I talked about how exciting that game was and how it reminded me of that bowl game that they had, that JSU had last season at the end of the season, and how it was so close. Now, of course, they pulled it out. It came down to the last minute. They made fewer mistakes, and so they were able to pull it out. I wanted to go through this game and talk a little bit about some of the things that I saw. Now, I was looking for that play where Travis went after he went on a long run and he got tripped. They say he got his hands on the ball, but he wasn't able to pull it in. Now, that game reminded me of the spring game. Do y'all remember? He got clipped in that spring game. And what I wanted to say to Travis, which I know he may not be watching, but that's okay. Listen, I don't know if you got a high step or whatever you need to do, but what I'm seeing is they're finding ways to trip you so that you can't get to the ball and it's not being called. It was a pass interference, which wasn't called in the spring game, and that was a pass interference. If anybody has the full videos, because my videos or the video that I went back to watch, it takes out only, it only puts in the plays where something there was a completion or what have you. It doesn't put in all the plays. But yeah, they took that out. But listen, he was clipped. So when he went for the ball, you can see the guy fell on his feet, causing his feet to clip out because he would have run through that and caught the pass. But the guy clipped his feet. Travis, that's what happened in the spring game. That happened in the first game. I'm gonna encourage you to find a way to high step or move about these people because they're clipping you and it's not being called as a pass interference. All right, giving it to you now, Travis. Move out the way because they're clipping you. Now, the other thing, because I was going to show that in the spring game in this one, but it's not on here. What I do want to get into is we keep hearing that the defense is sorry. The defense is sorry. Now, as a whole, yes, the defense has a lot of issues as a whole. But when we're talking about the secondary, meaning, the backs, and the cornerbacks. Yeah, they had two interceptions. They had two interceptions and a lot of stops. It's not the whole defense. There's a particular part because they have a hard time stopping the run. The same thing happened with JSU. And again, I say, la, 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 wait till they get that defense right. La, 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 then you can't tell them nothing, right? I'm telling you what, get that defense right. It's going to be a wrap. Get that defensive line right, and it's going to be a wrap. You got Travis Hunter, you got my guy Trevor Woods over here making plays. You got Sanders, not Shadur, excuse me, Shiloh Sanders out here making all kind of plays. They just the defensive line. La 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 la. Wait till they get that defense right. It's gonna be a wrap. So then now this whole thing, here's my concern, as I said. I know they're going to a championship. I know that. So if they want to win that, they just need to get that defense right. The defensive line. That's their issue. I want to go into this. Secondary. By the way, they had two interceptions in the red zone. How did they get down to the red zone in the first place? Because the defensive line was unable to stop the run. Now, I'm going to say this as far as TCU, they, again, why would they throw? They weren't showing respect because they can't, they were clearly showing they had a hard time with the run. The defense was having a hard time with the run, stopping the run. So why would TCU throw it? And twice in the red zone get an interception. All right. So I'm saying to you, we got some very, very great. We got to stop the run. That's it. All right. So I wanted to say, as a matter of fact, let me show this. I have queued this up because I want to go through how what Travis was able to do, and this was on defense. Let's get to it, my people on TikTok. Where are you? Let me see. And YouTube. Here we go. I want to run this play where Travis is Travis talked about this play. He said he was jogging. This is the play where Travis actually stops this breakout run from the one. Now, I'm going to talk about the special teams. Special teams, once again, there's some good parts and some bad parts because they didn't do well even in the spring game. So I'm seeing, and this is not a diss, so I don't want nobody being mad at me, but yeah, it's the personnel has to actually execute the plays. What are we doing on the coaching side? That's all. Okay, it's not a diss. They are great because Coach Prime knows how to build a team. But on the coaching side, when you see this stuff that was happening in the spring game, the same thing is happening. That's a coaching issue. I don't see that that's totally a personnel issue. So, what the kicker did was able to pin them down inside the one. Now, getting on to defense, and I want to let me see. I might have to let me see if I can flip this because TikTok does not make this easy. To flip the rig, there we go. Let me see if I can do it. All right. So I'm going to show this, and hopefully y'all can see it. All right. So now in this, and this is my, going in on this with my TikTok people as well. YouTube, I hope you are with me because I can't tell right now. And then I'm going to come back tomorrow too after the game. But I'm going to talk about that Nebraska game. But I just want to run this real quick. This is Travis Hunter right here. And by the way, I've already played my disclaimer. All right. So what happens is this is TCU has the ball. And this is the kicker. He just pinned them down at the 1. All right. So now TCU gets the ball. All right. And on this first run, this, again, notice, see this defensive line here? This guy runs through that line. And I'm going to give a shout out to my guy, Big Dog Chico. He does a good job of breaking this down, because I'm not an X's and O's type person when it comes to this. But he breaks through this line. And again, it's like, how they let him run through that? Now, watch this. Here's Travis Hunter right here, because he's saying he was just jogging just in case this guy breaks out. And so here's 2 defenders getting ready to stop this guy. Now watch this. Whoop! Oh my God, that play right there, like, boing, he looked like somebody, one of the Mario brothers, like the way he just jumped up over that. So I already got my fair use is already going. Now here it is again. He's running through this hole, and Travis Hunter is right here like, okay, if they don't get him, just in case he breaks out. And he does this move here where he jumps around them. And here go Travis Hunter right here, about to hawk him down. Now watch how this guy has a defender right here. This guy has a defender. Here's Shiloh Sanders. And Travis had to push off the defender to get to the guy to bring him down inside around the 10. So let me see if I can go back to that. Hold on. Here it is. And there's let me go right back to the I went too far back. All right, here you go. So he's breaking through that hole again. He runs. Boing, boing, boing. All right, now, boom. Look how Travis has to push this guy out of the way. Like, you know how powerful that is? And then the guy cuts back in and Travis is on him. There is Shiloh. He had to slow the guy down enough so Shiloh was able to catch up. And they both make the tackle. Amazing. So don't tell me about how terrible defense is when you the issue is can you stop the run? So then 2 plays later on defense, once again, if people had the wrong mindset here, if they had the wrong mindset, it would be, okay, we just gonna give up. They got the touchdown, we just gonna give up. But that's not what happened here. What happens is, here you go, you got Travis Hunter over here lurking. This quarterback never saw Travis Hunter. And so Travis Hunter supposedly was baiting him. And over here somewhere, I don't know if y'all saw the, and I want to give a shout out to Well Off Media, Reach the People Media, and the Pregame Show. I don't know if y'all saw it over here, but somebody said, throw the ball to Travis. And he got it on camera where they were saying, throw the ball to Travis. And right here, boom, boom. Travis made that interception, and this is when this is when Darius turns around and says, who said it? And the guy, I think it's this guy right here, gives him the finger, the middle finger. But don't tell me about how terrible the defense is when you got somebody like that playing. So it's not so much the whole defense as much as it is certain pieces, and basically that line in stopping the run. But again, they had that same issue when they were with JSU. So that brings up questions that I won't go into today. All right. Now, I want to go into this other play. Dylan Edwards. I want to talk about Dylan Edwards. 4 touchdowns. 4. Dylan Edwards, is it just me? Does he remind you of the that little guy from Incredibles? Hold on. You know what I'm talking about? The little guy from the Incredibles. Hold on, watch this. Let me see if I can find it. Look at this. This is Dylan Edwards. All right, I'm going to play this. Once again, fair use, fair use. Here's Dylan Edwards right here. Look, doesn't he remind you of the little guy from Incredibles? Hold on, hold on. Wait a minute, let me see if I can find it. Can you see it now? Hold on, watch this. Okay, let me see. Can y'all see this? Fair use. Hold on. Look at this. This is Dylan Edwards right there. That's Dylan Edwards. Hold on. Let me see again. I hope y'all saw that. Did y'all see it? Hold on. Let me make sure my people on did they see it? I don't think they saw it. I set my little system up. One second. Where is my doggone it? Well, my people on TikTok saw it. I had it set up here for you. Let me see. Okay, there it is. Let me see if I can get it up here real quick, and then I'm gonna move on. But he reminds me of the guy from that little boy from Incredibles, and I want to see Jimmy Horn do his version, his impression of the little guy from the Incredibles too. Where is my? All right, I'm not gonna be able to show it to you. I had it set up. All right. There it is. That's not it. I tell you what. I tell you what. Let me see. Let me see if I can play it. But there's Fast Dylan Edwards. And yeah, it won't let me play it. So be it. So be it. Okay. So at any rate, he reminds me of the little guy from The Incredibles, because he is incredible. So let me run that play again since I can load this up and I can't load the other thing up. But this is Dylan Edwards about to take it to the house, running, doing his impression of the kid from The Incredibles. There it goes. Fast. I want to see Jimmy Horn do his version of The Incredibles as well. All right. Now, I want to go into. All right, let me flip the rig. All right, we are back now. I'm going into this, and I want to have this discussion because I do want to hear from you. This is Diva Reed. We are representing with Louis Luggage as we get louisluggage.com as well as Louis Luggage on YouTube and Louis Luggage on TikTok. We are bringing those up. I invite you all to go to those Louis Louie Luggage. All right, Louie Luggage on YouTube and Louie Luggage on TikTok. Okay, now, all right, who got some comments, questions? Thank you for sharing and liking and loving. So far, so good. So a man think so is he. Yes, by faith. It's deeper than faith, though. It's beyond faith. It is. Russell says Deion. Thank you, Russell, for that comment. Russell says Deion might become a Nick Saban. Deion has already outdone Nick Saban. They are winning now. The game has started. Nick Saban is sweating. He needs to be because Deion can now pull whomever he wants to. Just about, he's got the pick of the litter. He's got the pick of the litter. He's already set his standard, and everybody who comes into his program is going to be willing to do what he says. All right. The thing about Coach Prime, as somebody said, he knows how to fire up a team, and he knows how to make people want to do things that they otherwise wouldn't normally do. When they think they're tired, they're too tired and they can't go on, and when they feel like they want to give up, Coach Prime knows how to say the words to make you want to get over it and get it done. So I tell you what, he has already set a standard in his mind. Everything you're seeing on that field is a manifestation of what Coach Prime has seen up here, has spoken out of his mouth, and written somewhere, whether it be on his walls in his office or the walls in the area where people are working out or coming into the building. He's already stated and written his contract. So remember, I told you guys, when you think something, you're planting a seed. Everything you see comes from your mind. This is old news. This pen, this cell phone, the whatever you see and touch in the trees outside. Somebody thought that came from somebody's mind. So when you have a thought or a vision, you are planting a seed. All right. When you speak it, you've given it life. And then when you write it down, you've given it flesh. So this is why we're wanting to be cognizant of what we're saying. And I'm saying to you, Coach Prime has been writing contracts. Y'all see contracts, y'all think, oh, just how much money is going to be. No, every time you speak, it's a contract, and the universe hears it. So he's already spoken it, and then his team is manifesting it for him. Everything you see on that field is a reflection of Coach Prime. And that includes that defensive line. I'm just say it like that. That includes the defensive line. Now I'm going to say something that's way out there. And it's on another level, and some people are not going to get it, and that's okay. But whenever you're seeing something that is a fruit of someone else, it is telling of what's going on with the person who produced it. All right. And I'm talking about on a physical level as well. Just like when a woman gives birth. See, I didn't mean to go into law and to go into molecular structure. This is stuff I speak about on the other channel, on this channel. But at any rate, I need y'all to understand something. Whenever, for example, a woman, she gives birth, of course, that child is a reflection of her inside. The child is a reflection of her insides. And you got to understand this Colorado team that you're seeing on this football field is a reflection of the inside of Coach Prime. And when I say inside, I really should be pointing up here in his mind, which is really his whole body. All right. So now, watch when Coach Prime's defense on the inside of him goes up. The defense on the field is going to go up. Y'all don't get it. I know you don't get it. It's next level. But I'm telling you, what you're seeing on the field is reflecting him. He's strong. Oh, he's strong. He's talented. Dylan Edwards, uh, Jimmy Horn, they are a reflection of his speed. Travis Hunter is a reflection of his power and his skill. His son is a reflection of his intelligence and ability to see. Travis Hunter on defense and what they did on defense is a reflection on that secondary of him. That defensive line is a reflection. Watch when physically his defense starts to rise. You're going to see that happen. On the field. Now, I won't go into how to build up the defense because I got a lot of knowledge on that too, but I'm letting you know that it is a reflection of him, his mind, and every part of his vessel. I know we don't get it because we haven't been taught these laws, but I'm letting you know. I told you the oracle knows. I'm letting you know what's really real. It's reflecting him. So the strength of that team is a reflection of the strength of his mind. And when you see that defensive line, when they build that up, when you see that build up, you know he's being built up. And when he builds himself up, you're going to see that get built up. That's how it works. I'm just letting you know. All right. I'm going to get up out of here. I'm yours truly, Diva Larry. I want to thank y'all. We're going to move this over to our Louis Luggage channels. I hope y'all enjoy the game. Now, let me get into the Nebraska real quick, and then I'm going to get out of here. Nebraska, this team is, again, Colorado is expected to win this game, but one of the things that I like to see that Colorado do is to not take these people for granted. I'm pretty sure Coach Prime has already gotten them together mentally on that. Never underestimate your opponent, never, for no reason. I don't care how sorry you think they are. It don't take nothing but one knockout, one lucky punch, and you out the game. Never underestimate your opponent. So I hope they go in here with a serious mindset, and I'm pretty sure they will. And the defense is said to be a good defense, considering with Nebraska. However, it's said that they're not that good to stop the offensive line. Listen, one of the things that happened that I've seen now that people have seen Shador play and how well he plays, he's right now 5th from what I'm understanding as far as passing yards. And the other people who are above him or ahead of him in passing yards, it's because they've had 2 games. He's only had 1 game. So now, right about now, he's 5th in passing yards and likely to be 5th as a quarterback in all of college football. All right. Now, one of the things they're saying is if your quarterback is better than the other quarterback, then your team is more likely to win. And so now it goes from, oh, they won't win but 3 games to maybe they'll win 6-6. Maybe they'll win 7. Maybe they might win 8 because he's better than most of the quarterbacks that he's going to be going up against. Okay. Again, Coach Prime said, we're going to win it all. And I'm going to take him on his word. And so with this Nebraska game, though, just getting it out of the way, don't take Nebraska lightly, though. And I would say they're not going to be able to stop the offense. All right, they're gonna score some points. However, when it comes to the defense being able to stop their run, that's going to be a question. How many points are they going to give up? I think they're going to make some changes on defense and build it up. But then, like I said, I think this could be a game that they slug a little bit, meaning they go blow to blow. But I think it's going to be a good game. I'm excited about it. I'm always expecting to win because I know how Coach Prime is. He is a winner. He's done it at least 2 years in a row at JSU and probably was doing it at Christian College. Likely was doing it at Prime. So I say to you that, yeah, they're going to win. It's going to be a great game tomorrow. I will be watching. Big Dog Chico, I miss you. I miss you. I'm going to miss you tomorrow because I had so much fun listening to this game with Big Dog Chico. I mean, he had me laughing so hard. I want to, shout outs to some of the people. I need to do this before I get out of here. Some of the people that I watched, Alpine Garage, Buff Nations Daily, Joe Klatt, Aaron Torres, David Talks Buff, Cheryl C. Bringing it to life. Bringing it to life. John the Liquidator, Rico Knows, Vibe Sport. What I like about them is that it's positive. Now, there's been a lot of negative energy around Coach Prime and what he's been doing, but I like watching these people because they keep it positive with positive energies. We need to just give energy to the things that we wish to see. That's it. Give only energy to the things that we wish to see. And I appreciate them. I appreciate their commentary. It's always positive. It's always clean. It's always higher vibratory. And that's what I seek to do. Thank you all for tuning in to Louis Luggage. We're going to pull it to the next level. We're going to bring it to life, baby. Bring it to life. I want y'all to know I'm yours truly, Diblery. Like and share and subscribe. Go over to, if y'all like football, then I know I did, I'm doing this on my channel. But if y'all like football and y'all enjoy talking about it, I want to talk to you about it. I want you to talk to me about it. Tell me what you got. Tell me what you think. Colorado is going to have, let me rephrase that, the Buffaloes are going to have cornflakes for breakfast on September 9th, 2023, as they have this victory over the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Go Buffs, or go Buffs. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Coach Prime, for all that you do. Diblery, I love y'all. I'm out. Peace. Bye-bye. Yeah. We want to wrap on this. Break it down, down. Break it down, down. Break it down, down.